Okay, let's change our box collider during gameplay. First I'm gonna create two cubes. One is the player, the other one is the ground. That's why I'm gonna stretch it out on the x-axis. Both of them already have box colliders, all they need is rigid bodies. For the ground, the rigid body will be kinematic so it doesn't move. For the player, we're gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna disable the mesh renderer for the player so we can see the box collider better. Let's create a script. You can name it whatever you want. So I'm gonna create a public variable of a box collider type. Just like there's an integer, float, boolean, and so on, there's also a box collider variable. I'm gonna name it player. So as you all know, when you make a variable public, you can see it in the inspector and assign stuff to it. The box collider variable wants me to assign an object from the hierarchy that has a box collider component attached to it. So I'm gonna do just that by dragging and dropping the player. Okay, so now with C# coding, we're gonna change one of these three numbers that are for the size of the box collider. First we have to type this in void start. This line of code gets the component for the player from the player and allows us to change its variables. This code from void update will shrink the box collider in half on the y-axis when the player presses S. But this is what happens, and we don't want that. We want this. Instead of shrinking it by 0.5 from the top, Unity shrinks it by 0.25 from the top and the bottom for a total of 0.5. So all we need to do now is bring the box collider's position down by 0.25 and we are done. Now let's write this code to reset the box collider when the player presses W.